Welcome to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast, your podcast for all things motorsports. With your hosts, Sean Chavarella, Stephen Clary, and Taylor Moore.
Hear that music?
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Spare Parts Racing. I am your host, Sean.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Taylor.
And friends, this week we have a bunch to talk about. We have our 2025 NASCAR season preview. We have, our Daytona 500 predictions to talk about. We have, every other little bit of news that's happened this week. But before we start on all that, did everyone enjoy the Super Bowl? Sorry.
Yeah.
The big game. Because you can't call it that or something.
Oh, such sweet delight. It was delightful to watch the Kansas City Chiefs be exposed as frauds and be absolutely dismantled in the first half of the game. It was delightful.
Very exciting.
I love how you just say very exciting in the most monotoned damn voice in the world. Like, show a modicum of emotion.
I showed all my emotion on Sunday night, and I'm still.
I was gonna say that was like the least exciting, very exciting I've ever heard.
Yeah, and you did barely. What emotion did you show Sunday? Like, did you smile once? I think.
Yes. Not my fault. You don't pay attention.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, I was the loudest person in the Boston Pizza during the first half. Very, very loudly cheering for the Eagles.
Yeah, our buddy was singing the song every single time they scored.
Okay, I'm not.
I'm the Fly Eagles Fly.
Yeah. He was. Two of them were.
Oh, boy.
They're not even Eagles fans, but they learned it just for this. Fucking
Yep.
bandwagoners.
Okay, but I feel like most of us were Eagles fans. Well, I kept saying "Fly Eagles Fly" only for this game. In brackets. Do not cheer for the Eagles. I do not cheer for the Eagles. However, very happy that the Chiefs lost.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun game to watch Mahomes absolutely suck.
Yep.
Oh, he sucked. Made no adjustments. Absolutely no adjustments after the half. He was doo-doo.
No, he made some
and
completions.
so average.
But, like, to the other team.
Yep. How many interceptions did he have in total?
2, I think, and a fumble.
2. Yeah, 2 and a fumble.
Rough.
But one of the picks was also a pick 6.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it was his birthday. It was Cooper DeJean's birthday. And Saquon's, but Saquon did not get a touchdown. I was kind of sad about that. All of my parlays had Saquon touchdowns anytime, and he did not score one at all.
I should have gone with the defense anytime touchdown. Really should have. But hey,
Yep.
It's the fun. Oh, don't worry. We're going to talk about Daytona 500 bets later.
Oh boy.
Well, that's what I need.
And thoughts on the halftime show?
It was really good. I thought it was great.
I love the digs.
Oh, it was great.
It was so annoying to have to talk to anybody who was over the age of like 40 about it. But yeah, it was really good. I liked it.
Yeah,
I've gone back and re-listened to a bunch of older Kendrick songs just because of that.
that's right. I also think to bring out Samuel L. Jackson, hilarious.
Yeah.
I was actually like, this is really well done.
Okay, and then
And
Serena
having
Williams.
Samuel Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a shot at Drake. Oh, anyway.
It was a massive shot at Drake.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, looking directly in the camera and saying, "Say Drake."
Oh, and that smile.
The smile. He knew what he was doing. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh, how many times is that going to be fucking used for just everything?
What, the shit-eating grin? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
We need more of that. Maybe it's going to be a good year for sports memes. You know, you had the Rolex, you had the finger out the window, Super Bowl halftime show, you had the grin. Maybe we're onto something. We'll see what happens next week.
Maybe.
But yeah, what are you looking for, Steven? You
Trying to get the odds. Sorry,
okay.
for NASCAR.
That is valid. But yeah, good Super Bowl. And Super Bowl just always means NASCAR starts the next week. Actually, it starts Thursday if you want to count qualifying.
Oh, right.
Why do you add that?
Super Speedway qualifying.
Okay, but I actually enjoy Daytona 500 qualifying, where you have your initial pole setter and then you have the duels.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the duels. Okay, right. See, now I have to remind myself of like how to watch NASCAR and like what actually happens for the Daytona 500.
It's not that hard. This is the like most fun week.
I would agree. It is the most fun week, and it is usually the one that I commit to.
Yeah, that's fair. Yes. 1 second. I was gonna pull it up. I'm pretty sure that the qualifying is Thursday with the duels running Saturday. Just going to
Duel
double check
1
that.
says it's Thursday.
Damn it! I had it backwards. So yeah, I guess the duel is, or the qualifying is Wednesday. So qualifying is tomorrow, and then duels are Thursday. So hey, tomorrow NASCAR starts.
Perfect.
Anyway,
Yes.
I'm looking forward to this.
Sunday at 2:30, the Daytona 500.
Yep. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. But before we talk about the race, let's talk about the NASCAR season as a whole. Let's get some predictions. How do you guys want to do this? Want to do the usual style?
Ooh. Like going team by team?
Go
We
team
can
by
go
team.
team by
Start
team.
with the big teams.
Yeah,
Sure.
you go team by team. It's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. Obviously, I feel like you got to start with the championship winning team from last year. Really deserved it. Really, sorry.
Oh
couldn't keep that
my
going.
gosh.
But
I
anyway.
was like, you can't keep this going.
No, yeah. Championship team from last year, Team Penske, number 1 Ford team. What do we think about Team Penske going into this year?
At least it's not an even year.
Yeah, down year for Logano. Blaney will probably be final 8
Yeah, Blaney's usually
Minimum?
up there.
minimum for his usual performance. Logano,
One of them's in the final.
we'll see. Yeah,
My bet's Blaney.
yeah.
Well, it is an odd year, so we'll go with Blaney. But I swear, if Logano like just comes out of nowhere and just wrecks the whole even year thing, I will be mad. I will be mad.
I mean, are Penske not back-to-back series champions?
Yeah, they are. They are. They are.
So-
I could see it being another Penske year, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good team. Cindric's kind of come into his own as a third driver. We'll see if he can get better results that match his teammates. But Blaney and
something.
Logano are, I think, top 10 in NASCAR.
Yeah, that's a fair statement, I'd say.
I think people would hate him calling Logano a top 10 driver. But I would put
Yeah.
him in there solely based on horseshoes at passes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He finds ways to win, and it's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we always say about luck, Steven?
I don't know.
Gotta be good to
Like
be
horseshoes.
lucky.
Oh, good to be lucky, lucky to be
Were
good.
you
I
going to say
thought you were-
horseshoes and hand grenades?
Yes.
That is not even close. That's about close. Not anyway. You got to be good to be lucky, and you got to make your own luck. And Logano
Right.
finds ways to do that. So I think that's
Just every other year,
yeah, exactly.
for whatever reason.
Just
But
every
yeah,
other
if you were offered a deal to win a championship every other year, and you'd still be considered a good driver if people knew you had that deal, regardless. Like if you made a
Yep.
deal with the devil, because then I'm betting on you every other year.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, yeah, and I don't know. I know we talked about it last year. It's just, I think, time and time again, it's pop off at the right time, right? So you can be, non-existent or not really showing up all season, and if you get lucky during the playoffs, that's really the time that you make it count, right? So we'll see. I don't know. Joey's unpredictable. He's either like garbage, inconsistent, or up there getting wins. So we'll see.
We know Penske's a team that's going to be fighting for a championship. Which driver gets there, we'll see. Number 2 team, I think we all have to agree on this one, right? Hendrick
Motorsports, yes.
That's your number 2 team, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Comparing driver to driver, they'd probably be the number one team.
I don't see no
for some
championships.
people. Yeah. No. But I'd say like purely on talent.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a better stable of drivers. Any of these guys really like they should at least 3 of them should be in the playoffs.
I think at least
Probably
all 4.
4.
I think all 4 should get a win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or at the very least have the points to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But if something like say someone has like an injury or a terrible year and they don't quite get it, then you're like, yeah, okay, I can understand it. That's if like, but that's everything went wrong and we only have 3. So, but yeah, still like very much, I'd say week in, week out, the team to beat.
Definitely.
Despite the lack of championships, they just, I guess, don't run well at Phoenix. And Penske, I mean, to be fair, everybody always says, or not always, but like the last couple of years has said, Penske's the team to beat at Phoenix.
Yep.
So, and it's not like you can necessarily find a way to eliminate all the Penske cars before Phoenix. So,
I mean, you can.
You can't with the new rules, not as easily. Can't manipulate outcomes.
Listen, wrecking a guy, I don't know if that counts as manipulating, but slowing down to let a guy pass definitely is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Hendrick, Larson, Elliott, Byron, Bowman, all good drivers. If your fantasy team doesn't have one of those 2 on, at least one of those 4 on there, you're making a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Prediction, I would say, I think they're going to have a good season. I think you might see 2 of those guys again in the Final 4. I think Hendrick could have a good... Larson and question mark. It could be Chase. It could be Byron. That's about it.
Could be, yeah. That's the thing. It could be Chase or it could be Byron. I lean more towards Byron because usually he's more consistent. I think last year he had like 3 or 4 wins. 3?
Yeah.
So usually I think he's like pretty much like he's close with Larson in terms of like how consistent they are throughout the season. So I could see them being within the top 4 again this year.
I also feel Elliott
who knows, maybe Chase will have a good year.
I feel like he hasn't been good though since the new car regs, like since this next gen car. So
yeah,
if he can figure out this car, maybe he could challenge again.
Wait, I was gonna say, like, didn't he not? He didn't do too bad last year, right?
No, it was more of a return to form after. It was 2023. He was winless.
Yeah.
Was that when he broke his whatever?
Yeah. Though he did come really close to getting win that year too, if you remember.
I believe so.
Like right at the end of the season, he was like just kind of pushing. Yeah, like he was 7th last year. I don't know. Hendrick's always a great team. Always a team you can bet on, I think, to place.
Yep.
So, number 3 team, going from Ford to Chevy, now to Toyota. Obviously, Joe Gibbs.
Joe Gibbs. Yeah.
New look this year with Chase Briscoe coming out of the team. Martin Truex done. So I got Hamlin, Briscoe, Bell, Gibbs. What are we thinking here? I feel like this team can go either way this year.
It could. Maybe it's Hamlin's year, guys.
Maybe.
Is it Hamlin's year? No, I'm kidding.
Leave.
I think honestly, I feel like Bell is going to be up there again. Like I think he's really consistent. He's usually challenging for wins. Really throughout the season. So I think he's maybe solidly in the top 5.
I think Ty Gibbs finally becomes a race winner this year.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't
I like
think
that.
that's super crazy
Yeah.
to
like
think
that.
of. He had a good year last year, made playoffs.
Yeah.
Right, he did make the playoffs.
So
On points.
Yep.
Yeah, I could
feel
see
like
this team doing pretty well, actually.
I think they're another one where realistically all 4 guys have a shot to make it. Not quite as high as Hendrick, but if all 4 guys are sitting in like anywhere between, I don't know, 5 and 12, I wouldn't be shocked.
No, yeah. Like I think of the big 3 teams, I think Joe Gibbs is the most unpredictable this season.
Mm.
Does Denny Hamlin keep up his pace? Does he start falling off as he gets older? Does Christopher Bell take that next step and kind of be one of the top dogs? Does Chase Briscoe find success at a new team with a bigger budget than he's ever dealt with? So, like, I think there's a lot of question marks there, and I kind of want to. I feel like err on more of the side of the positive for Gibbs. I think there's a lot of teams that are going to be fighting up front. Big 3, I can see obviously dominating this season.
Yeah. The thing that'll give me pause from the end of 2024, what can you tell me about Joe Gibbs the last half of the season?
Yes.
What
Yes.
did they do?
Did they fall off?
They did not win a single race the back
Yeah.
half of the season. After
Yeah,
Chris
true.
Bell's
Ooh.
win, Chris Bell won, where was it?
Now, again, is that the anomaly or is that the trend? I tend to believe that's the anomaly.
Enemy.
Anomaly. Yeah. Like, I can easily like when you look at some of the guys who won last year. Let's not forget, second half of the year also, Logano ran off with 4 wins in those last.
Yep.
Was it Byron? I think had 3. No, he actually had none in the second half either. He was all over the front. Blaney had a few wins. Larson, and then you had also a couple randoms in there. You know, like a Ricky Stenhouse Jr. win. You had a Ross Chastain win. Chris Buescher.
Yep. Yeah, but
also
again, that's
casual
it.
Austin Dillon win. So, like,
Yeah,
they could have had wins.
Yeah, well, and their new guy was the one guy who did get a win after race 18 because Chase Briscoe won the Southern 500 to get into the playoffs last year on the last race.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would again, it's just one trend that the other 2 teams did not have, where that gives me a little bit of pause on this team. But again, the talent is there, the car is there. They should, again, I'd say you're going anything below 3 drivers in the playoffs is a disappointment. You should have 4.
Each one of these teams at the end of the year should have all their drivers in. Any team that fails to do so, this season has to be considered somewhat of a failure, especially if you don't win the championship in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so I think that's it for the big 3. I guess we'll hop back over to Chevy, and I guess Chevy's B team. Every manufacturer has a top dog and a B team, it seems, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, Chevy's B team is what, Trackhouse?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. You can't really say anybody else really. And Trackhouse is going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like, I mean, SVG, I feel like is going to sell around the road courses for a win. ovals, there's still going to be a heavy learning curve in the Cup car for him. So, but I mean, you also have Daniel Suarez, road course guy. They can work together and figure something out between. And I mean, we have extra road courses this year with, was it Mexico City on the calendar, right? Coda is a
I
track
forgot
that
completely
SVG.
about
Yep, SVG has one at Coda in supercars, so history there. I think they're going to really push for those two to win on road courses, and Ross Chastain I think is going to be more of a let's bank points and make sure we get a car there, and that's going to be their strategy throughout the year.
I feel like for that team, Chastain's the number one guy.
Yeah,
Suarez is we want to finish 10th, plus or minus whatever spots, but I think we want to average run 10, 12, have a consistent season for Suarez.
Yep.
Yeah.
SVG is swing for the fences on road courses and hold on the ovals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not that I think SVG will be bad on the ovals. He definitely showed he is good in the Xfinity series. But yeah, I think it'll just be a learning curve for him. And as long as he keeps his confidence high, I think he should be fine.
Sorry, I'm just going to go log in now and put $5 on SVG to win this weekend while we're talking about this.
Oh, come on. That's a waste of money. You don't want to know who I put up on my long shot.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
we
let's get through
already know it's half the field.
No, my long shot.
Oh, your long shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's get through the rest of this, and then you can brag about your bets.
No, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, Trackhouse. I think at least one of them's gonna make the playoffs, and they're hoping for two.
Yep.
Yeah, can agree on that.
Yep.
Ford.
Okay.
What's the number 2 Ford team?
Oh, Rush Chastain did miss last year. Number 2 for Ford. Oh, I guess I saw it's got to be RFK, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't like. So you got Keselowski, Busher, who just missed last year, and then Ryan Preece is still sort of up and coming, I guess, is where you can classify him. Right?
He's 34.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know why I feel like he's younger than that, but he's actually older than I am.
No, yeah. So yeah, Preece is, I think, your veteran that brings the money.
Okay.
He's
only got 6 years in the actual Cup series. That's why.
Oh, okay. So he's like kind of new, but also old.
Yes.
Late bloomer.
A late bloomer.
Got that inheritance check.
Yeah.
So yeah, Preece is fine. He's there. Realistically, this team is mostly Keselowski and Busher. Keselowski looked pretty strong for parts last season. RFK, I would say, is a team that at times punched above its weight.
Yeah.
A good season for them is both of them getting the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be a
very
great
much
season.
so.
I can see one making it and one not. I would put my money on Keselowski over Busher. But who's to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, Busher, don't forget, Busher was like, what, millimeters from making the playoffs last year?
And he won in the playoffs?
And then won in the
Right.
playoffs,
Yeah.
so...
That's for me. I can't really feel like... I'd give the edge to Keselowski over, like, experience. But just easily, I could see Busher making the playoffs and Keselowski having a down year.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to say, I think, Busher's probably got a better skill set right now that gives him maybe a slight edge. But who knows? Like, again, the fact this team turned around from, what was it, their first season 2 seasons ago to where they were last year, actually being competitive in a lot of races.
Yep.
Pretty wild. It was even the back half of their first season too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'll have a good season. I've been saying that about everyone. I think everyone's going to have a good season. I'm not saying anything bad right now. You know what? Fine. We can move on to a team I think will have a poor season. Number 2 Toyota team. Legacy. No. 2311.
2311.
In terms of charter teams, Legacy.
I mean, yes. I think
Technical,
2311 will not have a good year this year.
No.
Why not? Why not?
Lawsuit shit.
Right.
I feel like Bradley Herbst is entirely a experiment. We do not know how well that's going to go. We have not found continued success and consistency with Bubba Wallace.
True.
And I think Tyler Reddick is the only bright spot on this team right now.
Yeah, he was close
Mhm.
last year, which was kind of devastating at the end of the season. But it does seem like Reddick really is the only, the only hope to have some semi-consistency in this team. Like Wallace, I think he tries, but just doesn't challenge really. Like he's normally towards the back half of the field.
He's midfield, but like he's not pushing.
Eesh.
On a good day, he will have a good run and get to the front. Does he usually hold it up there? No. The team usually makes mistakes with him a lot on pit road. We saw that last year.
True.
And now you're adding the extra pressure on this team of the lawsuit.
The lawsuit.
So like, I feel there's going to be a lot of eyes on this team, and I don't necessarily know if they are established enough, to just cancel it out. And I think I could see all three of these guys missing the playoffs.
Yeah. It'd be
Maybe
unfortunate, especially for Reddick, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Reddick hangs around. Bubba's going to be a weird one because he's also got a new crew chief.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Okay.
see how quickly that learning curve gets overcome. Because who knows? Maybe moving on from Booty Barker was the move that he needed to make in order to take a step. We'll see. But yeah, the lawsuit cloud is going to be hanging over them all year.
Yeah, and they're a big team,
Yeah.
a big commercial team. So,
yeah,
was it front row kind of can hide, right?
Yep.
But I feel like 2311, it's Michael Jordan. You don't hide from that.
No.
Okay. Anyone else you want to talk about? Honorable mention to either team or driver that each one of us want to mention.
I'm interested in Spire Motorsports this year.
Ooh, okay.
I was thinking that. I'm not going to say it, but you know what? That's a very good answer.
So they got Michael
Spire.
McDowell.
Right.
You got Michael McDowell in the stable. Justin Haley now has Rodney Childers as a crew chief. And then you have Carson Hocevar, who showed, while he didn't have like great finishes, he showed glimpses of speed. So, and they picked up an extra charter, right, from SHR. So they're showing signs that they are ready to spend money and to be a team, be a solid team in this series. So I'm very curious to see what Spire does this year.
That's fair.
Very fair.
Taylor, who do you got?
For what?
A team. Were you not paying attention?
No, I was. I think I missed
Team
the
or
question.
driver? Team or driver that you're interested.
You are interested to see how they go through the season. That you want to
that we have not discussed. That we have not discussed already.
Now we have not. Okay, see, this is the part that I missed that we have not discussed.
I'm sorry, the ears didn't work.
The ears did not work. I'm so sorry. That we haven't discussed. Oof. I don't know.
I mean, besides like the big three and like the secondary three was kind of the point. But I know asking you to talk about NASCAR is like pulling teeth. So.
I was going to say, I feel like I'm the wrong person to ask this question because I only know, like, I'm still quite new to NASCAR and trying to understand it. And you're asking somebody who literally has, like, the smallest vested interest in NASCAR
See,
to answer a question that I have no answer to.
I thought you would kind of beeline to Haas.
So, oh yeah, Haas is in this.
I mean, Haas has always been in this, but now Haas just has his own team because before he was with
Oh, right. With Stewart. It was Stewart Haas.
Yes, and now
No longer Stewart, so now just Haas.
yeah, he just has his own team again, and that's Cole Custer. So
Well,
I thought
who
you'd go with
drives
that.
for him?
Cole Custer, I just said that.
His name is Cole Custer.
Why is this a surprise? Steven.
I don't see him on the list.
I know we put up with her for her F1 takes.
What
and her
list are you looking
terrible
at?
Ferrari-ness.
I'm looking at the Cup Series list.
Are you
I
sure?
don't see no Custer.
Okay, so
He's right there for me.
she might be having a stroke. Moving on.
Hold
This is
on.
a terrible bit. Okay.
How do you spell his last name?
Custer like Custer.
I think she's spelling custard.
Maybe.
Yeah. Moving on. Okay, this has been great. Thank you, Taylor. We'll get you for the betting segment, I guess. I was gonna say for me, RCR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how
What,
they
with
bounce
Busch?
back. Yeah, Bush and Dillon had a rough season last year. There was some glimmer of hope at times, but that's when I want to see if they can have a good year. I'd be happy. One of them. So that's
Yeah.
what I'll go with.
And realistically, it'll probably be Kyle Busch. But he's probably
More
gonna.
likely than not.
It's probably gonna be something similar to last year, where if he's not winning a race, he's on the bubble and is finishing like that 15 through 20 spot,
Yeah.
either just in or just out.
Should we go to predictions before we move on to Daytona? Get season predictions.
Sure.
Sure.
Steven, do you have the categories pulled up?
Do I? That's a good question.
You said you were pulling them up earlier.
Yes. Season. Yeah. So we can do the same thing that we did last year, where it was season wins.
Okay.
What? I have it right
What
here.
are you doing?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. So, do you want to do season wins? Do you want to do individual drivers for a final four? Do you want to? Where do we want to start here?
I think season wins is a good one. We can start for the team, and then we can go to the final four, get more driver.
I feel like we were so off last year.
I feel like I've kind of I gotta readjust my my thinking.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
can give you last season's win totals and what we guessed. So we'll start with Hendrick, just because that's the first team on my list. 11 wins last year between the four drivers. I had them. I was very optimistic on Hendrick winning 15, and you two had Hendrick at 12. So
That's fair.
Oh, okay. So we were actually quite close. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought we were like way off.
Well, some
Okay,
of them we
cool.
were, some they weren't. Like, you know, it happens.
Yeah. Okay.
How many races are in the season, Steven? Start with that one.
36 races in the season.
36.
That's what you gotta.
We have to spread out all the wins over 36. So,
36. Okay.
are we starting team by team again?
I just said Hendrick, so Hendrick had 11.
Hendrick
are they
is
are they up?
okay.
Are they down? Are they the same? What are we guessing? Shout out an answer.
I'm going to go
Something.
13.
I'm going to go. Oh my gosh. That
Are we
was
do-
exactly the number that I was going to say.
We did the same
was
last year.
just
Let's
about
do
to
it.
say that.
Let's ride this together again.
No. I'm going
Oh.
to go with 12. I'm going to Price is Right you, and I'm going to go with 12. I think
This
they
bitch.
just go one up from last year.
Steven?
I was gonna say 12, and I think I'll stick with 12. So
Okay.
All right.
just seemed that was the number I had, and honestly, I was gonna sort of say the same thing. I'm gonna Prices Right both of you.
Okay, my assumption is Bowman's going to win. Like, he has to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
fair
think-
enough.
and I think looking at it last year, 15 was too optimistic. I do see them being around the same, and maybe picking up an extra win or two.
Yep.
Like I think at the end of the season, it will be one of these two numbers. It's just which one.
If it's more or less, it's either a great year or a terrible year.
Next is Team Penske. Last year they had 8 wins. We were very pessimistic on them. Sean had them winning 3 times. I had them
Ooh.
4. Taylor had them 6.
And they won 8 times?
They won 8 times.
Okay, so I'm trying to do math here. So there's 36 in the season. We've already said 12.
Good job.
So that's 24 left.
Well done.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Penske.
I'm gonna say 10. 10 wins.
Damn.
10 wins for Penske.
That brings it down to
You're down to 14 more wins
14.
Wow.
in the season.
Steven, you want to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna peg them for 7 this year.
Okay.
Lucky number 7.
I'm going 5.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be
Okay.
4 for Cindric. Or sorry, not for Cindric. None for Cindric, 4 for
Wow.
Blaney, 1 Logano.
4 for
Interesting,
Cindric.
Okay.
Actually, that is a good point. It is an odd year.
Yeah,
for
it's
Logano,
an odd
but-
year.
It's an odd year. Still gonna go optimistic. Why not?
Okay, fair
You
enough.
never know.
Yep, just keep track of your budgets. Gibbs. So last year, Gibbs won 6 races. Sean and I both had them at 5. Taylor, you had them at 4.
And I have 14 left.
Yeah.
Joe Gibbs. I'm gonna give them 5.
Okay.
So I've got 9. Okay.
Sean?
I'll give 6.
I was going to say 6 as well. I think each driver can get a win, and then I can see Bell, Hamlin getting an extra win
You know what?
each.
Flip that. I'll go 7. I'll go 1 extra on that.
On 7?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Next team I had is 23-11. Last year they had 3 wins. Sean, you were very optimistic with 5.
Yeah, they were my guys last year, if I remember. Like,
Yep.
Going into
Yeah.
the year, I'm like, oh, they're going to have a
It
great
was
season.
mostly Reddick. I
Yep.
think it was
Taylor-
Reddick was your guy.
Taylor had them at 4. I had them at 3.
And they had 3?
And they had 3. Listen, I don't know. I couldn't do
You know
anything with
what?
the top teams. The bottom half of the ladder, though, I could get it.
You know, our guesses actually weren't that off as I thought. Okay,
No.
I'm gonna go 23-11. I'm gonna say 2 wins.
I was
Oh, no,
also,
now I
I
have
was
to do
also
math.
going to say 2.
I go 1 above or 1 below.
Ooh.
'Cause all the wins were Reddick last year. I'm
Yep.
gonna say 3 again. I'm gonna say 3 again this year. I say Reddick gets 2 and Bubba gets 1.
That's
somewhere.
asking a lot.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna say they figured it out.
Okay.
I just realized I have to
2
take.
more left?
You have
Oh, no.
7 left.
Oh, oops.
I
I
have
totally
10.
lost count. Oh, that's right, because I went with 9. And then did I say 2?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So now I'm at 7. Guys.
Yep.
Guys.
So we'll do a couple
Good
more teams, and then I also what I did, I took out SHR this year because they don't exist anymore.
Whoops.
Womp
We'll
womp.
go through. So we'll go through RFK, Trackhouse, RCR, and then if you want, you can add in your own team, or we can just do a grouped other.
Oh, I have my own team I'm throwing in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
boy.
okay. So we'll say those 3 teams for sure. RFK first. Last year, RFK had 2 wins. Sean had them winning 4, and Taylor and I both had them at 3.
I'm gonna go with 1.
On.
I'm going to hammer back on that 4.
Okay. I'm gonna go back
Okay.
to 3 again.
Be super pessimistic about RFK.
Okay,
That's
so
fair.
I don't know how this happened, but somehow after Taylor was like up 7 wins, Sean and I are both at 4 or 5 wins left.
I have
Taylor
6.
has
I have 6 left.
I've got you totaled at 31. You've had Hendrick 13, Penske at
I
5.
said 12. Me and Taylor both said 12 for Pendrick.
Oh, I thought you said
No.
13.
Oh, did I say
No,
13?
you
No,
said
you said
13. You said 13.
Oh, okay,
'Cause
fine.
you both originally said. Do you
Oh,
want to change
okay.
your
No,
answer?
I'll fine. I'll say 13. No, yeah.
No. Do you want? No.
No.
If that's how you had it written out, tell me now.
No, I'll go
Tell me
13.
now.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with my mouth, not my gut. It's fine.
Okay.
Ugh,
I want it
listening to your
documented. I gave
argument,
you an out.
It's okay.
gave
At
you
the
an
end of the
out.
year, when I win, it's gonna look even better.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Anyway.
Trackhouse. Last
I have
year
6 wins left.
they had 2 wins. Sean and I both nailed it at 2. Taylor had them at 3.
I'm gonna go 3 again. I'm optimistic for them.
I was gonna go 3 also.
Okay, and I'm gonna go 2. I feel like one of Suarez or SVG takes a road course, and
That's
then
what I think too, and I think
Chastain
Chastain can
does.
too.
I don't think Chastain's gonna go for points, not wins.
Eh,
I think that's my feeling this year.
fair enough. Fair enough.
RCR.
Okay. I have 3 wins left.
RCR had 1 win last year.
I'm gonna
Sean
go
and I
back.
both nailed it.
I will go
1
back
win.
to the 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Also 1.
Okay, so we're all going 1. It's either they do it or they don't.
Yep.
Okay, Sean, who's your team? Because you were very confident.
Oh,
It seems.
okay.
And who's getting your last win?
Front Row Motorsport.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Why is that
Who's-
interesting?
I don't know.
They are Fords, and they always luck out wins on Super Speedway. Like
I was gonna say, can I guess who's getting your win?
yeah, it's gonna be Zane Smith, obviously.
Oh, I just thought you were gonna. I was gonna say it's Todd Gilliland.
Obviously,
this weekend.
100%. No, actually, no. Actually, I put my long shot bet for Zane Smith for this weekend. So
Okay.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I
Okay.
think one of Front Row Motorsports will get a win. Either Gilliland or Gregson or Smith. Someone is always around at the end of Super Speedways.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Anyone else have a random one-off?
Sure, I'll give 1 to Haas just to throw them a bone.
That's bold
Is it?
for Cole Custer to get a win. A little bit.
But it's all the leftovers of Stuart Haas Racing.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Maybe he will, maybe he won't. So I also gave FRM 1 win.
Okay, so
I think
you're with me.
Gilliland. Yep. I have a sinking feeling Gilliland's gonna do it at one point when I don't bet on him. So I always just randomly throw $1 on him because I feel like at the end of the day I always sit there and I'm like,
I should have.
he was top 5, and that would have been a huge win.
Yeah.
So you're both, or so yeah. Taylor has 1 more win. I have 1 more win. Sean, you're maxed out.
I'm out.
My last win is going to Spire. I think Michael McDowell might win a race, or Justin Haley. One of those 2, I think, is going to get in the win column.
Interesting.
Okay. Nice. I'll throw my last one to Front Row. Why not? I'll jump in.
May I start
Oh,
the
yeah.
trend here? Okay, I think that's fair. So that's and then what? Final 4?
Yeah, if you want to do a Final 4 prediction.
This is gonna be fun to see how this plays out. Okay, so I have 3 in my 4. Just gotta think of my last one. Oh no, I got it. Yeah, I got my Final 4.
You got your Final 4?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Who wants to start?
I'll do it. Fuck it, I already have mine. Okay, Hamlin,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Blaney,
Okay.
Byron,
Okay.
Elliott.
Ooh.
Oh.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting choice. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have your Final 4 or no?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to the driver list I was looking at. Okay. Christopher
I know.
Bell.
Okay.
Ryan Blaney. Byron, obviously.
Okay.
And Larson.
Ours are very, very close. Because I had Blaney, Larson, Bell, Chase Elliott.
Okay.
I guarantee
Another
we're
Elliott choice.
going to get like 50. We're gonna be 50-50 on this. I guarantee it. And just
Yeah.
the way it works out, someone's gonna get at least 2 of these right, and we could all each get 2 of these right.
Yeah. And then Tyler Reddick fucks it up somehow.
Nah, if anything can fuck it up, it's gonna be Keselowski. Comes out of nowhere, wins the championship, retires.
Nice. That's a bet.
That'd be a sick bet. What are the odds on that?
Probably not great.
But for the retire part, or just to win the championship?
Both.
All
right.
Okay, plus 3,000. Interesting.
Better than I thought. All right. Daytona 500. How many drivers do we want to pick?
Ooh.
I've already
We're
picked
going-
mine, so
I know you've already picked yours.
Oh boy. Should we just ask Sean who he's picked?
Okay, so let's do this. We will do one driver, or what do we want to call a long shot here? Plus 2,500?
sure.
Okay. Well, I almost feel like that's too low for some. Anyway, well, yeah, we'll do. Sure, let's do that. Kyle Busch is your current leader at plus 1,100. How that happened, I don't know.
That is, I think maybe just people was betting on him because he was like close
Yep.
before.
Yep. Bold. So
yeah.
your top 5 is Busch, Hamlin, Blaney, Logano, Elliott, and that's plus 1,100 to plus 1,300. So do what you will with the odds from there. Let's take one from that group and one from the rest of the field. Let's do that. Or actually, no. What did I say? 2,500. So that the last driver in the 2,500 and lower odds is Chris Buescher. So you have Buescher, Byron, Larson, Keselowski.
So we're
Elliott,
doing
Logano.
one over 2,500, one less?
Yeah.
Did I say? Okay, I got mine.
Okay, go for it.
My long shot one, I guess, for those two will be the guy I've already
James
put money
Smith.
on. No, Chase Briscoe.
Oh, okay. I like that one actually. I
I
like Briscoe this year.
I put him at plus 2,800. So
That's good.
I don't know what he's at now. And the other one I will say for non-long shot is Ryan Blaney.
Okay. Good choices.
What's Blaney at? 1,200. Okay, Taylor.
Okay, so to confirm, we are picking one based on betting odds?
Yeah, one
Yep.
long
That is
shot.
like-
This is all betting odds.
Okay, I have no idea what the betting odds are, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. In terms of a winner, I'm gonna say the easy pick is Byron. He's actually pretty close for Daytona. I don't know why, but he's been pretty good. In the long shot, I'm gonna go with Van Gisbergen.
What are his odds right now?
High. Considering, we said that whole thing of ovals are a learning curve still.
Yeah, but he's done these before in the Xfinity. Like he's done the Super Speedways Oval.
SVG is plus 7,000.
Okay, that's what I had him at. I wasn't sure if he was still at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
My pick is my annual pick for the shorter odds is Denny Hamlin.
Also a
Just
good pick.
Tradition at this point. For my longer shot, I did like Chase Briscoe. That was a good one. Actually, you got him at what? Plus 2,800?
Yeah, what's he now?
Plus 37.
Wow. That's actually pretty good.
I'm putting money on that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Longer shot, I'll go I think same garage, both in terms of Briscoe and Hamlin. And I'll take Gibbs to win his first race here.
That's
I
fair.
feel like that
That'd
could
be
an
good.
interesting one. All right. Do we also want to do our draft for fantasy and then call it?
Yes, I do want to throw one out here because I was just looking at the
Yep.
Bet365. Total season race wins over under.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah. So for the whole season, Bowman over under 1 win.
oh. What are the odds for the over?
No, let's just not go. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna say over under. We're gonna do this as a team.
1.5 wins. I'd say over.
No, 0.5 wins.
Oh, literally one win.
Yes, Bowman 1 win.
Over.
Okay. First one because this is actually alphabetical. AJ Allmendinger over 0.5 wins.
Oh.
That's a weird one because that's another road course merchant. He was so close.
Oh, you can parlay these together. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna go over. Maybe he gets 1.
I'm gonna say under.
I think under 2.
I was gonna go under, but I wanted to be hopeful.
It's okay. Austin Cindric over under 0.5. Again, 1 win or none.
Under.
Okay. Keselowski over 1.5.
Ooh.
Under.
I think I agree with that. I'm thinking the under.
Steven's so confident with these answers. I'm like, yeah.
Pessimistic.
Yeah. Bubba Wallace over under 0.5.
I said he was going to get a win, so I have to say over.
That's fair. Carson Hocevar 0.5.
Oh, I want to be over, but I feel like it's under.
I'm hitting the under on that one. Chase Briscoe over under 1.5.
I think that's the first tough one
That's a hard one.
for me. I could easily see
Who is
him
it?
winning 2.
Briscoe?
Chase
Briscoe.
Briscoe. I could see him
Ooh.
winning 2. I don't think he will. I could see it though. I'll go under.
I was thinking the same. I'm thinking under.
I think he's getting 1 win.
Chase Elliott
What's his number?
over under 1.5.
Over.
I'd hit the over on that.
Yeah, over.
Jesus. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Christopher Bell over under 3.5.
Under.
Ooh, that's a high line.
The under is the plus odds, by the way, Steven.
Yeah.
You're just hitting the under?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
For
hit
plus odds? Yeah.
I'd hit the over on that. I think
I don't know. I feel like
It's gonna be over like 3.5.
3.5.
I don't know. I'm gonna go under as well.
Okay. Denny Hamlin over under 3.5.
Under.
Under.
I think under on that one. I think that's an aggressive one.
Yeah.
Logano over under 2.5.
Under.
I'd go under, I think. Kyle Busch 1.5.
Under.
I think over.
You think he's gonna get 2 wins?
I mean, look at the odds I've taken.
That's-
Nah, you're right. You can probably
That's.
go
I
under.
was gonna say that's bold considering you have RCR getting 1 win.
That is fair. That is fair.
So.
Kyle Larson 5.5.
Oh.
5.5. Wow.
6 or more.
No.
I think
Under.
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 I think under.
I feel like that's an. Yeah, I feel like that's an easy under. What's the odds? What are the odds for the over?
Plus 100.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that.
Michael McDowell 0.5.
Over.
I'd hit the over. That's plus 130 too.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Ross Chastain 1.5.
Over.
I know it contradicts what I said, but depending on, is it plus odds for the
Yeah,
over?
it is.
I'd throw money on that.
Yeah. Blaney 2.5.
Over.
Weird because he
I
wasn't
think
winning
over.
a whole lot.
But he was consistently up there.
Yeah,
Didn't he have
that's
a whole
why.
run where he was like second place a lot?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I like two and a half wins or 3 wins essentially.
Yeah, I'd definitely go with
I
the
always
over
love
on
the
that one.
half.
Probably go over.
Yeah. Shane Van Gisbergen. Over under 1.5.
Under
Ooh.
1.5. That's
The under is the plus odds.
Ooh. Really? The under's
The
the plus
under's
odds?
the plus odds, yeah.
So they're betting
Wow.
on him winning.
Winning twice this year.
Either that, or a lot of people have already thrown money on him winning.
Yeah.
Winning 2 road courses. Yeah, I'd still go under.
Yep. Tyler Reddick, 3.5.
Oh, under.
Under.
I'd hit the under on that one. William Byron, 3.5.
Over. You know what? Over is actually not that
I think I'd hit the over on that
insane.
one.
'Cause He
Yeah.
had 3 last year. I think he had 4 the year before. Maybe. Something like that.
Yeah, I think
But
I
he's
go
been
over.
insanely consistent.
Yeah, I'm dropping $1 on every one of these
Of course you are.
for the season.
Based on our consensus?
Based on this is the spare parts bet. Whatever we win, we throw it together on ourselves.
Okay. Did you parlay it?
No, you can't actually parlay it. I thought you could. It wouldn't let you.
All $5. All right. Any others?
That's all. That's the 20 they give you.
Okay. Is that? Tell me what site that's on after.
Bet365.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should have guessed that because I didn't see it on FanDuel.
There you go.
Okay. End it with the draft.
Yep.
4 drivers. So pretty simple. 4 drivers each. Points through the regular season only.
Fine.
You want to do the whole whole cup season?
No.
Throws it way
I
out
know
of
it
whack.
does. And the playoffs and all that
So-
bullshit. I get it.
Yeah,
Okay, who
so,
gets first pick?
So do we want? Well, you know what? We'll just go reverse standings order. Taylor gets first pick.
Okay.
John, you get
It was
second.
terrible
Because she
last
sucked
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
So
Okay,
last
cool.
year, I beat Sean by 158,
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
and I beat Taylor by
Okay.
100 or 342. So
Ugh, jeez. Okay, so how many we're picking? 4?
you get 4 drivers. So essentially,
4 drivers.
you want to be picking playoff guys. It's not a time for dark horse picks. You want guys that you think are
Right.
going to be locked into a playoff spot.
Yeah, absolutely. K. Byron, obviously.
Yeah, it's a shocker.
All day. All day.
John,
I'll go Kyle Larson.
pretty safe pick. And I mean, I'll take Elliott
Okay.
and then Blaney.
Thank you. I'll take Bell.
That's a good one.
Yeah. it is.
No. One second. All right, I will take.
You get 2 picks here.
I know. I was gonna choose Bell.
Beat you.
What the heck? You know, I'm gonna go with. You know what? Screw it. I'll go with Logano. Why not?
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then Suarez.
Anyway, Steven, I think we're going to be competing
Yeah.
this year. Oh, that's really? Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Suarez actually had an interesting season last year.
Okay, you say so. John?
So I got 1 here.
Yep, pick number 8. You're the meat. You
Yeah.
only get 1.
Okay, so I have Bell and I have Larson. I'll go with Alex Bowman.
Damn it.
What, do you want Bowman?
I was gonna take Bowman next.
Ha
That's fine. That's fine though.
Sure.
That's a good pick, Al. I mean, so the whole reason I thought he'd slip further is none of us took him last year, despite
Yeah.
saying despite the fact he's the 4th driver in that group. He's still better than like a majority of the field. So
man, we never touched him.
Right.
and
Uh,
no one touched him. So I
Yeah.
was thinking that you'd forget about him again, but oh well, it is what it is. Trying to decide how I want to do this because I made an interesting pick last year. I think I'll make an interesting pick again. Actually, fuck. He's still sitting there. I'll take Hamlin.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, how are you not taking Hamlin here?
I
Yeah.
was gonna take
Well, because
Hamlin. Okay.
I always try and think or trying to have one from each manufacturer, so that hits it. But now I'm sort of stuck because last year I sort of rolled the dice on Ty Gibbs. It worked out pretty well. I don't know who I want to necessarily roll the dice on this year, but I think the answer is gonna end up being Chris Buescher.
Interesting, because for my next pick, I'm actually doing the opposite side of that garage, and I was going to go with Brad Keselowski.
Okay.
Okay.
Keselowski had
well,
that stretch of like he was hitting like nothing but like top fives for a while.
Yep.
so annoying because
Well-
that's literally who I had in my mind if Steven chose Hamlin. I was like, okay, I'll go Kozlowski. Nope, should have known.
So you
Cool.
still have from the top teams, you still have Briscoe, Gibbs.
I'm surprised she doesn't take, our favorite short king.
Tyler Reddick, yeah.
What, Tyler
Reddick's still there.
Reddick?
Considering he was,
He was the championship
actually-
for.
yeah.
You know what?
Screw it, I'm gonna go with Tyler Reddick.
See, I talked her into it. Yeah, fuck her. She's screwed. He's gonna have a terrible
you
year.
did. Whatever. We'll see. You guys know that I'm like really only here for IndyCar fantasy and F1 fantasy or like my like delusions. So
That's valid.
I just shoot in the dark basically with NASCAR. You never know what happens.
Okay, I think here is. I think we should add one more rule:
What's that?
a sub, in case
You want a sub?
in case a driver is out, you don't get the car or something. You pick a sub, and we can draft that now.
Oh God.
I thought that we said that if a driver wasn't in the car, we just got whoever the
Yeah,
driver
you
was.
got
Yeah,
whoever
because
pro-
we make that a mid season, but now
Yeah,
before
that
the
was-
season starts, I think we should draft a sub.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Mostly because I want a fifth guy in my
Okay.
roster that I think is going to have. a good
Ugh.
year.
All right, so who's choosing the sub first?
Let's
I think
back
it's
to
you. Yeah, back to you.
Back to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, who's still on the board?
I just said all the names.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Briscoe for my sub.
It's actually
Hey.
not a bad pick.
No, again like
Yeah.
if he had gotten around to me, I would have taken him.
Oh, I'm taking the guy who's going to, if anything, explode out of the scene this year. Ty Gibbs.
Fuck you.
Oh, did I take your pick again?
John's just over here taking everybody's picks.
Fucking B team over here, Steven. If I win,
Yeah,
he's
you
gonna
are- you-
kick my ass. I
you-
took 6 picks.
You are yeah, you are my B team.
Oh, thanks.
I don't even know who I want to pick. I wasn't expecting this curveball.
Honestly, anyone, because like we've basically picked what
I know.
14 guys. That's the playoffs right there, right?
Yeah, like this is essentially. Do you think this guy makes the playoff? You know what?
Yeah. Who's gonna be those bubble guys that you'd want?
Yeah.
Again, doesn't have to count.
Yeah, I'll take Chastain. I feel like any given week, he's probably the best guy left on the board.
That's fair. Okay, that's fun. Yeah.
Okay, so subs. Oh God, that's gonna be fucking shitty to try and calculate, but we'll make it work.
That's only in the case of someone being out for a while. I'm not picking it specifically because I have a driver that may or may not miss a race because of a double.
Yeah, and shenanigans.
Hey, let's make up a rule quickly to benefit me. Hey, who am I? I
Okay.
don't know, Roger Penske. What?
Oh, I was gonna say you're Ben Salam,
Oh yeah.
but you didn't. You also didn't censor my pick, so it's fine.
Oh, it's gonna be more fun when I edit this back and just gonna be beeps and everything you picked, so no one actually knows who you have.
Yep. All 4 of my drivers are suspended for the Daytona 500.
Oh,
Or just like bone sod or something.
Jeez.
Anyway, on that wonderful note, yeah, I think that's all right. We don't have anything else.
No.
Okay. I will talk to you guys Sunday when we watch Daytona. Actually, let's be honest, it's gonna be Saturday when we watch the Xfinity race.
And let's be honest, it'll be me and you chatting.
I know it was a very wide us, but I know it's me and you.
It's a wide us.
Cast a wide net. It's fine. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to this week's episode. We'll be back next week to talk everything Daytona 500 and more. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and follow the show on Twitter at Spare Parts Racing. That's Spare Parts RACIN, and on TikTok at Spare Parts Pod. Follow the hosts at Sean Chavarella, at Stephen Clary, and at Tay Moore.